going on, brother?
It's been ages.
It's been a while.
It's been ages.
I would say Happy New Year, but it's February.
It's February. Happy Valentine's Day or Happy Friday the 13th. You know.
It's been a crazy time, man.
Crazy.
We need to do some more talk about some more media. We got my man Mambers on here to speak about a couple of cartoon classic franchises from the 90s, ongoing to 2000s.
Even present now.
Yeah, even present now. There's a group of people that have been working in animation, in voice acting, that have given us some great media titles over the years. And now I want to speak about some of them because they're, well, one of them is actually one of my all-time favourite animated shows.
And I've recently gone into it and it's hilarious. It's called Home Movies. Fantastic. We are going to talk more about it later.
Fun fact, Home Movies was the first show ever to air on Cartoon Network's Adult Swim block.
I didn't even know that.
It started it all.
I'm blown.
Now, what I will say, fanboys, is there was a heavy debate that, no, it's not. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was. No. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was on before Home Movies. I put something on the screen to show you that effect as well. But Home Movies was the first thing on Adult Swim. In some ways, I feel it's extremely underrated. It lasted 4 seasons though. It had a good run. There's an amazing box set that I'm dying to get my hands on one day to purchase. But we're going to talk about the show and we're going to speak about some of the people that produced and created the show because they had a hand in a lot of other shows we loved over the past and present.
What are the old shows they've done, the new shows they're currently doing now. Yeah.
But starting with Home Movies, man. Home Movies is a great concept. It's a dialogue-driven comedy about
a 9-year-old boy and his friends. The 9-year-old boy is a budding director and all he wants to do is be a film director. And it's his friends, Melissa and Jason, and he's kind of, it's a slice of, I call it the slice of life kind of comedy, where the characters are just bizarre or funny, and it's very funny. There's the mother of Brendan Small, the main character, his mother.
Melissa's mum and dad.
Yeah,
Melissa's dad.
Melissa's dad, not
mum, she's not.
And obviously,
the man
himself, Coach McGurk, the jerk.
McGurk the jerk. I think that there's an episode called McGurk the jerk, as well as.
I think that's the beginning. I think that's almost at the beginning. Like he calls him Coach McGurk the jerk. Let's
slightly derail. The reason why I want to slightly derail is we'll focus on Coach McGurk for a minute because not only is the character amazing and funny, but the voice talent behind this guy right here, Mr.
H. John Benjamin.
This guy is a legend.
Oh yeah, this guy he was there in Dr. Katz, previous production, which has this collaboration with the other characters in Home Movies, actors I mean. Also, obviously this, but also one of my favourites, ones I can't stop watching, Bob's Burgers. I love it. Brilliant. His voice is perfect for that character, as well as for Coach McGurk.
Yeah.
He's also in Archer, which
he's most popular
well known for Archer.
Which still's going on to this day. Very popular, very successful.
We've discussed previously beforehand. Archer.
Yeah, I'll just say off the bat, Archer for me is just meh. I think the 007's parody thing, I don't know how it's gone for so many years, but I can see why people find it funny, but I just find it meh. And
I have to agree with John. I have to just put my hands in this one, whatever. I can give or take. That's how I look at it. I can give or take.
Yeah, not terrible, but just I'm surprised it's still on. But he also plays a reoccurring role in Family Guy.
Yes, he is the Gaston Ono in Family Guy.
This guy's voice is so distinct and he's so humorous. The problem is though, he's played so many good characters that
with the same-ish kind of voice.
He doesn't even. There's one. There's actually one.
There's one.
There's one that surprised me. I don't think it's gonna be the same thing you're saying. I didn't even know. In Home Movies, he plays Jason as well.
Yes, I was going to say, he plays Jason in Home Movies, which is a completely different voice. Because I kept thinking that Jason in Home Movies was played by somebody different.
Yeah.
But when I heard it was a H. John Benjamin, I was just like...
No, this guy can actually voice act. If he can do those two voices, because just this year after Home Movies, all this time been watching, been a fan, I didn't even know H. John Benjamin. I can dick ride this guy the whole video. This guy is a fucking legend.
He is.
He is great. I love his voice. But before we go back to whole movies and speak on it in the whole, I just need to say, I want to put this to you, Paul. Yeah.
Go on.
Hey, JON Benjamin. Yeah, he's done a lot of voices.
Yeah.
People, leave a comment in the comment section below on the question I'm about to ask Mr. Mampus right here. But what voice did he do that resonates with you the most out of all of his characters, all these shows?
It is a toss-up between Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of like, his voice kind of resonates like the voice of reason amongst the craziness of his family. However, it's on the complete flip side, which I like this as well, is Coach McGurk.
Yeah.
Because he is the drunken, obnoxious football coach who doesn't know fuck all about football or about life in general, and he's trying to portray a kind of father figure for Brendan, the main character, and it's the way he explains his life, you know, life's tips or life's hacks, as they would say, to Brendan, and I just sit there and go, that voice is so perfect for just the most stupidity that he's saying to Brendan.
Because we're going to talk about some of the other shows, we have to move on, but I will say Home Movies is, for me, it's a masterpiece of comedy, a fantastic animated show.
Underrated.
Super
underrated.
Unjustifiedly underrated, that if you like dialogue, dry, dialogue-driven humour, Home Movies is the one. I will champion this show. I might talk about it on Done It, just because anyway, on my show Done It, but Home Movies is in my Hall of Fame. I will get that box set one day. I
am seriously surprised it's taken me this long to even know and watch Home Movies, because I should have been watching this years ago. But I'm glad I'm watching it. I'm glad I've watched it now, because it's fucking hilarious. It's one of those hilarious shows to watch.
Well, people, let's jump back, because in my mind, Home Movies is actually the successor to another show which is actually more well known than Home Movies, was more popular, features nearly the same cast, still JON Benjamin, and a guy we never mentioned too much in Home Movies, Jonathan Katz, who is Dr. Katz. The show we're talking about is Dr. Katz. Dr. Katz is another great show. It is the perfect predecessor to Home Movies because it has the same spirit, but it's about a therapist and his son and the office of the therapist and just the people that he has as clients. And
it's another really funny kind of aspect. It's a psychiatrist who looks after, or whose patients are all comedians.
Yeah.
And so these comedians...
Well, they're played by comedians.
No, they're played by comedians, but they are comedians as well. Majority of them are comedians.
Are they actually comedians?
They're actually comedians. Because what they do is, what they do is, like, sometimes they describe their own problems.
Yeah.
But their problems are their own bits or their own sketches of their own shows or their own stand-up.
Yeah.
So it's still quite funny to listen to as well, because it's like, oh, they're doing their bit about whatever. Like Dave Chappelle's doing their bit about whatever, or Ray Romano or whomever. But it's really funny because obviously between that, it's between him, Dr. Katz, and his son, who's just a layabout, like a 20-year-old layabout.
Who's JON Benjamin?
It's JON Benjamin, of course.
His voice is a little bit
higher.
A little bit higher, yeah.
A little bit higher. A little bit slackish, but very funny.
I guess he was younger.
The secretary.
Oh, I love her.
The secretary.
She's such a sarcastic bitch.
Such a sarcastic, couldn't give a shit, I'm just doing my job kind of bitch.
Leave me alone. Look at that face. Just look at that face right there.
Here's a fact. Sarah Silverman's sister.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman's... Is it Lauren Silverman? Something. Well, it's on the thing. That is some funny stuff.
I don't know why. I watched Dr. Katz. I grew up with Dr. Katz. It was a late night. It's one of the shows that showed me again, animation is not for kids. Yeah. Because they're talking adult, great. It's just so funny, guys. Full disclosure, the only reason I still don't watch Dr. Katz, it's one of those shows, it's so good, I just keep putting off. I've got the whole, I think it went on for 8 years or something.
Yeah.
Not a lot of episodes. I think it's like 10 episodes or 12 episodes a season. It went on from that 93 to 2003, maybe. I don't know. It's on the screen, but people, again, just rushing through this. Dr. Katz is another great show. It's only, to me, it's only one smidgen behind Home Movies. In some ways, it's better, but for the chemistry in Home Movies for me just was better. And honestly, The one thing Dr. Katz is known for is squiggly line animation.
Yeah, squiggly vision.
The squiggly vision.
So it can be a bit frustrating when you see squiggly vision.
Even watching it now, and I don't think they remastered it.
It's dated. It's very dated.
Yeah.
It's dated in terms of the animation, but it's also dated in terms of the references and the jokes they're making as well. You can obviously tell this is a very 90s show.
Dated, but still funny. I'm not going to say
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're right, it's dated,
really
but
funny.
I don't want people to think that just because it's dated, it's still fucking
really
hilarious.
funny. It's really hilarious.
And whole movies turned down the squiggly line.
Well, they had
it's
to.
still there, but they turned it down a lot.
Basically, here's a fact.
Yeah.
They did begin with squiggly line, and then they moved to flash animation.
Really?
That's how they did it. I think it was within the second season they used flash animation, and so that's the reason why you see going on to home movies, you can see Brendan just running around really quickly, rather than squiggly line running really slowly. So it's more fluid motion than everything else. That's what they use.
Oh, thanks, maps for the facts.
Here's my techie geek side to it, but that's the point.
So let's jump all the way forward now, because we did those two
to the present day.
I'll just do some quick overview. Brendan Small was the other creator of home movies, by the way. He plays Brendan, and he did do another show, Metalocalypse, which I saw a couple episodes of.
I haven't seen.
I saw a couple. I wasn't a big fan of. It is heavily used on metal, but the thing I did see an interview which I put a link on the screen to, which he did speak about. He wanted to do another show based on metal music. It does seem very faithful to the idea. It looks really funny for that, but I just think it's a bit of a niche concept that.
I don't know. I've heard about it. I haven't got even. I mean, I've put it on my list to maybe see.
It's still going on to this day as well. I don't think it's got a lot of episodes. I think it just comes on sporadically, but. Anyway, moving on, because I'm going to give Mr. Mambers a spotlight on the other show. But the last show we're going to speak about in some depth is Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers, starring H. John Benjamin, Kirsty Charles, Eugene Merman. I can't remember the mother's name, and I can't remember the Tina's name. But they'll all be on here, or you'll see it. Hilarious, really funny. It's basically a family workplace sitcom. Bob is the dad and an owner of a burger restaurant in the middle of a seaside town, and it's very character based. It's very character driven, very dialogue driven as well. Very, very funny in that aspect. Also made by the same guy who co-created home movies, Lauren Bouchard,
and Dr. Katz,
as well, Lauren Bouchard. So these are all interlinking.
Yeah.
I love it because it's kind of taken The Simpsons, but just kept it more grounded. Like the Family Guy, but kept it more grounded. Where The Simpsons have now gone to, fucking space or anywhere else. This has become like, no, we're in this town, and if we have to go out a little bit more, we will go out, but just keep grounded. I like how it's grounded, how it's really funny, the wittiness of it. I love Tina and how her character in itself is very, very feminist, and it's so very, very good feminist role. And there's loads of articles about how Tina is a really good feminist role in today's society.
Okay, I might have to look that up and put something on the screen.
But it's also that there's also like supporting characters as well. I can name you a few.
Well, don't, because we're running out of time.
Sorry.
But what I will say is, Paul the Vampers gave me Bob's Burgers. I saw it. The few episodes I watched, it was very quirky. It was very. The dialogue was okay, but the family was kind of I feel like I haven't given the show enough time.
Give it time.
Because it is very successful. Still going. I see a lot of merchandise for the show. So, and because it's got the same guys I love, I don't know why it hasn't gelled with me yet. So
give it time, because I was also feeling. I'm not sure. I want to give it a bit more time. I'll give it time.
Well, people, I want you to leave a comment down below about Bob's Burgers as well, and all the other two shows, home movies, Dr. Katz. Did you like Archer? Why? Are we crazy? Let us know your thoughts on the show. Maybe you're watching this video and you don't know any of these shows. Guys, check out some of them.
Yeah.
If I had to say,
check out home movies.
If you had to check out one, I think home movies is the one.
It's the clincher. It's the clincher.
It's in my Hall of Fame, but I will say I have seen people that don't like it because the humour's not for them. So I'm not going to say it's accessible to everyone. So
it's not going to be
just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, it's not going to be a Simpsons or anything like that. But if you like dialogue-driven kind of comedy, this is the one.
I think it's a classic. So people, again, leave a comment down below. hit that like button if you like the video, if you like the conversation, and we always want to hear your thoughts. So don't be afraid. Let us hear your
subscribe
your dabblings
and subscribe as well. Subscribe.